told y'all. I told y'all. I told y'all. I told y'all. Cohen is back. Yo, Hakuei is back. We got players on the board. Hold up. We got players on the board. Magi chapter 363. I know I've been slacking on the Magi. I know I have. But I gotta binge watch Magi. I'm sorry, it's just so enjoyable. I don't wanna, cause Magi come out so irregularly. I might forget it. I'm just gonna wait until something big happens. You know what I'm saying? And this is big. Yo, not only did Hakuei and Cohen come back, but Sinbad has been getting fucked by Elder David, aka Kid David, as of right now, because he's in his like younger form back in Alma-Tehran all those years ago. You know what I'm saying? And he's towering over Sinbad, and he's like, yeah, I can see a better destiny than you, blase blase, you can't really see destiny like I can, blah blah blah. And apparently, thanks to Ugo, we learned that no. What Sinbad was doing, he was buying time. He was using up the Magoi in the sacred palace so that something can happen. What something happens, we don't know. But he's using up all the Magoi in the sacred palace. And so that means that he foresaw the state that the palace was going to be in. You use up all the Magoi in the palace is going to break apart and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's going to fuck up. It's going to crumble. You know what I'm saying? That's why he was doing that hierarchy switching. He was making sure he was using up all the Magoi, because it must take an immeasurable amount of Magoi to switch the levels of gods, even though they were doing it like it was nothing. They were doing it for like 5 chapters straight. Oh my gosh. That's half of the reason why I didn't want to review it, because like when we go back to Sinbad and David, I'm like, yeah, they were just switching. You know what I'm saying? I think David was on top this time, Like it was just them switching and saying a couple words, But yeah, I told y'all that Cohen, it just makes sense. It makes sense. Cohen would have to come back, and the reason why Cohen comes back, Hakuryu explains it, because half of his Rook, or a portion of his Rook, is inside of him. So he's kind of like half depraved in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, my boy, he's looking good. He got Astaroth on. He got the snake hair and everything. You know what I'm saying? He can use his legs. He's flying and shit. He's cutting up angels and shit. He looks at his boys. People are like, let's return to the Rook. He's like, what? Are y'all puppets on a string? Because I will gladly cut those strings for you if you would be so kind to let me, sirs and madams. You know what I'm saying? He goes over to Kome. He's like, Kome, you're here? Oh, okay, I got something for that ass. You know what I'm saying? And this was foreshadowed way back. Back when Aladdin, Hakuryu, Judar, and Alibaba went to where all the metal vessels were, and Aladdin and Hakuryu went over to Hakuei to see if they could get and recruit her, and Judar went over to the Prince of Rem, to see if he could recruit him. You know what I'm saying? And on Hakuryu and Aladdin's side, Hakuei wasn't at the point where she could like get up or anything. Like, she was still asleep because Aladdin rewrote her molecular structure, kind of, remember? But Hakuryu did say that he had another person in thought. You know what I'm saying? And we never got to figure out who that person was, because Judar had already gotten the Prince of Rem. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was Cohen, and he had gave Cohen Astaroth, and Cohen had already had I believe he said he already had Phoenix in his hand. You know what I'm saying? He already had Phoenix, and you already know that Hakuei already had her Paimon when she was sleeping. You know what I'm saying? She slept with it and shit. Yo, fucking it. There's not a lot that happened, but it's big because we got 2 major players. Like I said, Hakuryu is good. Don't get me wrong. He has 2 gen. Both of those gen are very useful and can work with each other. You have Judar, who legit absorbed the energy of the medium. He legit absorbed it. He has juice. He legit has juice. You have Alibaba, who was dead for like 3 years. He came back. You know what I'm saying? Came back from the dead. Was inside of Il Ela, found a way to transport his soul back into his body. You know what I'm saying? He's back with this like, I can perceive like your movements type shit. You know what I'm saying? He has the Sharingan. You know what I'm saying? Aladdin, basically his dad times 2, basically. Except he's not trying to become God. That's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Even with those 4, there's still hordes of angels taking root and shit. And then you have the Great Rift, David coming out himself. You know what I'm saying? On the surface world. And then you got David in the Sacred Palace. You know what I'm saying? But on the surface world, he's still fucking shit up with the black lightning and all that shit. With the black spikes and fucking even more angels and shit, you know? So we needed these 2. We needed Hakuei and we needed Cohen. Because you know how proficient Cohen is with his Jin. It's been 3 years, but Cohen, I'm pretty sure Cohen still remembers how to use his Jin. Same thing with Alibaba. It was 3 years, but Alibaba's not gonna forget how to use his Jin. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yo, this chapter, oh my gosh, I'm so happy because I knew it was gonna happen. I was just waiting for when. And it finally happened, and I was like, yo, fucking Cohen, automatic. We haven't seen this man in like 30 chapters. Took control automatically. Not even 30 chapters. Like, what am I talking about? Like 50, 40 chapters. You know what I'm saying? Took control automatically of the situation. He was like, I'm not dealing with none of that. Take me back to the root bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You got Judar, Hakuryu, and Hakuei fighting at the Ko Empire. I mean, not the Ko. At Syndria. You got them over in Snake Land. I forgot what it's called. I'm sorry. So tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. You know, so they're fighting, yeah, and he used Fink. So Hakuei, I mean not Hakuei, Kogyoku and all them, they can't use their metal vessels or the household vessels, so they're on hold for now. Yeah, man, and even David, as of right now, he's on the defensive because of Sinbad's just greater foresight. You know what I'm saying? His greater foresight to see destiny. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this chapter, yo, it's always nice to review Magi. It's always nice. I'm never gonna be down when I'm reviewing Magi, because Magi is just that. It's just that manga. You know what I'm saying? I can see. Obviously, the chapters are picking up. And they're about to go, like, I could say a little bit faster pace. But as far as right now, we're probably going to go to Aladdin probably next. And I can see David getting, like, one last plan going on. But what I really want to see is something with Arba. Arba, I can feel it. Something with Arba is going to happen. She's going to be a game changer in some way, shape, or form. Because last time we saw her, she had this feeling about her that seemed kind of like she was contemplating something, you know what I'm saying? Because after all that Aladdin and Alibaba and Sinbad was talking at the Sacred Palace, and she was listening, and she probably had some change inside of her, honestly. So she's probably gonna be a game changer. I can see that happening. I can clearly see that. She uses the last bit of her of what's keeping her, like, basically alive. What's keeping her spirit to this world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but next chapter, I'm expecting Aladdin. I want to see what Aladdin's doing. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how he's dealing with his grandfather. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Elder David, you know? But with that being said, y'all, hope you guys enjoyed. Click the little bell thing if you wanna see this pretty ass face some more, you know? What? Come on now. Yeah, but hope y'all guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that. I'm out.